Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now they try the right side here. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Johnson's got it complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Pryor firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. And an alley to run. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On the carry, it's Samuels. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
Back to throw. Pryor. Washington's got it. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Push him back. No,
2nd and 5. And he fires one incomplete. And the intended receiver out of the backfield was Jalen Samuels. And it's 3rd and 5. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined. But sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike.
From the gun on 3rd down. Pryor looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. Johnson, the intended target. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here.
They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Come on. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Anyway.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. From the gun, Jackson has got his man. It's Andrews. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Check.
He pitches it. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Jackson from the shotgun. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards on that one, and a Raven first. Nice throw there by Jackson. You think about what a boost he gave Baltimore in the middle of last year, led them to victories in 6 of their last 7 games as a starter, replacing Joe Flacco, who had the hip issue. And that strong finish. Ingram churning. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Now this pass to Vance McDonald complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Vance McDonald, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want a back who can create his own space, who can break tackles, and in a sense, become his own blocker. We don't have that guy in the game right now.
That's caught at the 2. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired on the first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Jackson now to throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bud Dupree. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Jackson on 3rd and long. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Cameron Hayward attacking off the edge that time. 3rd and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
Come on, baby. Let's go. At their own 22-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Running right, this is Ingram. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. They'll run here with Ingram. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
The Ravens on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They'll try and run. Ingram. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. James Washington was the intended target. That'll bring up second down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Pryor. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position. To actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. But he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put in.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
To throw is Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Now a handoff looking right. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it'll be tipped up and picked off.
Boswell's kick is good. Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
Needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
He'll have a first down past the 40. Got a man. It's Brown. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
that. Bashed it.
Super toe.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun. Pryor to the right side to Eric Ebron. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
A 2-yard pickup makes it.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 3rd down, Pryor. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. They'll run on first down. Ingram, and he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field, and that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. After the penalty, it's Ingram. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
Terrell Edmonds on the tackle. A gain of 12 brings up 2nd down at the 29-yard line.
From the 29, Jackson. And it's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. 4 receivers now. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. 2nd down and 4. 2nd and 4. Got an open man. It's Washington. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
This quarterback now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. From the gun, Pryor. And he's got this down to the 35. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Pryor. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. They were looking for Johnson that time, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, Boswell on now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you turned that because
he's got a man complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Willie Snead, 82 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Let's go. Do it.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the 2nd half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Yo, 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 yo. Yo. Check 26, check 26. Watch out, watch out, watch out.
And to give this time to the tailback. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Back to throw. Pryor. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And we're into the 2nd half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. They'll try to get the ground game going with Ingram. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Ingram again. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Here's Jackson. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Bud Dupree able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Defense wins championships, baby.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game.
Here we go. Here we go. Pittsburgh. You got nothing today. You got nothing. Kill.
First carry for James Conner. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And he'll give it here to his running back. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the past. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 27-yard line. Here's Samuels. The tackle made by L.J. Ford.
A good solid game there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
At the Ravens' 22-yard line.
They'll come out in a four-receiver look. Three men to the right side on 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. And a quick throw here. That's complete. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 11 at the 16-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun. Pryor. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. From the gun, Pryor escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And Boswell's kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6? Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Devin Bush in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Throwing is Jackson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now they try the right side here. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 15 he goes. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Hurry up. 58 to Mike. You run.
Throwing on first down. Pryor out to his left. Touchdown, Steelers! Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? But I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Operating from the gun. Pryor looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
Third quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe first or second, you don't. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to, I don't like to chase a lot of points, but I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
The Ravens on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Jackson on the move to his left. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And they work this well upfield across the 45. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. This will be caught by Brown.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Everyone got 4 down.
Now it's Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Baltimore was the most run-heavy team in the league last year after Lamar Jackson took over as a starter. And you think about Mark Ingram. He goes from a situation where he was sharing time with Kamara in New Orleans. Now he figures to be the top guy in the Baltimore backfield. Although I guess you could say he's kind of splitting time with his quarterback, Lamar Jackson. But a great veteran presence Mark Ingram is behind Jackson. Ingram now in his 9th NFL season. Jackson throwing here complete to Boyle. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough third down. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. This time, Jackson will throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Going to give this time to the tailback. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Flushed out right. Looking right sideline. That's complete. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. On first down, Pryor. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
58, right over there, yeah.
To throw again, Pryor. He gets this one to Johnson. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the gun, Pryor. Right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 36. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. This is Samuels. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Pryor. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Mike, 58, right there.
I can't believe they let you play.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 5.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And down by 5. They've got to go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, Pryor. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. One last shot for Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A costly sack. They'll have to use a timeout here. And barring a defensive penalty, they'll be looking at one final play. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. Room to run past midfield. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And that will write a finish to this ball game. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Steelers, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, the calendar changed October didn't help as they dropped to 0-5 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.